Hey everyone, this is Nathan Williams with BlackRain79.com, and I'm back here with another hand history review for you guys. So today's hand was sent to me by Semi from Germany, and I'm going to apologize if I got that name wrong. I'm Canadian. I'm not always familiar with European names. So anyways, Semi has pocket fives in the hijack there in essentially a full ring game. There's 8 players at the table, 1 cent, 2 cents. So he's going to raise it up 3 times the blind there, which is totally fine and standard. And now it's going to fold to the Button, who comes in for the, what is that, about 3.5x 3-bet. So let me just jump right into the stats first. So Semi told me that Villain 15 here is a loose, aggressive player. He is a 26-17-4 with a 12% 3-bet percentage, which is pretty high. As always, those are HUD stats. Basically, it's just data that you can get using a program like Poker Tracker. It gives you information from hands you've already played against them in the past. There'll be a link in the description below if you want to find out more how to get this data on your screen. But essentially, as Semi assumes, when I see a 26-17-4, I'm immediately thinking loose and aggressive player as well. So it's kind of a difficult spot because this guy has an extremely wide range here. The interesting part in the hand here is that Villain 10, who is a fish, Semi didn't give me any information on this guy, but he told me he's basically just the classic fish and calling station. He decides to call it the big blind, so this is going to give us a little bit more implied odds here for set mining, which is what Semi does in the hand. I would like Villain 10 to have a little bit more stack behind. There's not really, I mean, he started with, I think, about 40 big blinds, so, our implied odds are not nearly as good as compared to if he had started the hand with 100 big blinds, for instance. But overall, it's okay, I guess. I would be okay with a fold, I think, in a situation like this as well. I just think that pocket fives, if we don't hit our set here, which we're not going to hit it, of course, something like 89% of the time or whatever it is, it's going to be a pretty difficult situation to win the pot. But anyways, Semi does decide to call here, so let's go to a flop, and it's a pretty good one. So, Villain 10, who, again, remember, this is the massive fish. I'm assuming the guy's probably playing like 60% of his hands, probably raising with like 3%, and he's calling down with any pair, anything, the classic fish calling station. He decides to lead out for the old 2 cents. So if there's ever any doubt that this is a recreational player, all doubt has been removed now. All right, so Semi decides to just call here. Basically, Semi's logic decision-making here, as he told me in the email, is he believed that Villain 15 is the loose and aggressive player, is just going to raise it up here pretty much no matter what. And, I guess I do agree with that. So I think it's okay, I guess, to call the 2 cents. I just hate calling these stupid bets when, I just want to get some money in the middle. But I can see the decision making here. I mean, Villain 15, I think that, he's gonna raise pretty much his entire range here. And if we were to raise here, maybe that alters Villain 15's decision making. Does he fold an ace king if we make it? Say if we raise it up to 35 cents here, does he fold his ace king or ace queen? Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. It's kind of an interesting spot. Anyways, Semi does decide to just call, and as predicted, I mean, Villain 15, of course, does go ahead and make his big raise. So Villain 10, of course, he's the fish calling station. Of course, he's sticking it in with whatever on earth he has. But now I really like Semi's decision here to just ship the rest in with bottom set, draw heavy boards. I don't think that Villain 15 is going to be going anywhere at this point when he raises it that much on the flop. I think he's probably got some sort of top pair, over pair, something like that. He's got something pretty decent to make it that much. And I just don't think, he's going to be going anywhere. I don't really want an action killer turn, like maybe the 4 of spades that might scare off some sort of overpair or something. So I do really like Semi's decision here to just ship the rest in. And Villain 15 doesn't go ahead and make the call. So there's really nothing else to say in this hand except just watch the board run out, and hopefully the poker gods are on our side. And they are not. Villain 15 has made the bottom straight, backdoor bottom straight here. Or ass end of the straight, as some people would call it. I guess, he had some reasonable equity on the flop. I mean, I can't really blame him for shipping that in there. You can't really go too wrong with nut flush and overcard. But you can see how wide his range is there pre-flop, and of course the fish just has whatever. guys, it's just kind of one of those spots where, you know, we got it in with, you know, a lot of equity, overwhelmingly the majority of the equity when the money went in, and that's really all you can do in poker is just get the money in good. I think the only real kind of question that I have in this hand is pre-flop. Can we make money? And let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below as well. I think it's kind of a borderline situation. I think that if villain 10 has a full stack, I'm on board with it, calling pre-flop. But I think that with villain 10 only starting with 40 big blinds, I don't know. I might lean towards a fold there, guys. I mean, again, you're only going to hit your 5 like something like 11% of the time. What is it for hitting a set? Something like that. And then, so what do you do the other 89% of the time when you don't hit your set with pocket fives? You know, you've just, you know, called a 3-bet out of position. It's just basically just dead money because you have to fold when these guys go crazy with their king jack and whatever, right? So I think pre-flop is borderline. That's but post-flop there's nothing to say as far as I'm concerned, really. Maybe the when villain 10 bets the 2 cents and semi just calls, that's kind of debatable. Should you raise it up? Should you not? With an incredibly loose aggressive player behind, I can see it. I can see the decision making. I think if villain 15 was just a standard tag player who is not going to raise it up with any 2 cards, then I prefer to raise on the flop. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think that post-flop the hand was played fine. It's we got it in with way the best hand and just didn't realize our equity in this particular hand. So anyways, thank you for sending me this hand, Semi. I hope my analysis was helpful for you. I hope my comments were also helpful for the rest of you guys watching this video. As always, yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you play it any differently? Make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy watching microstakes, hand history reviews, and strategy videos like this. Lastly, make sure you grab a copy of my free poker cheat sheet. It's called Massive Profit of the Micros. That'll give you my complete strategy on how I beat these games. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. It's been Nathan Williams with BlackRain79.com.